To add realism to a model, photographs of buildings or other elements can be placed onto an object face in SketchUp. It's much easier than trying to create a realistic building as a detailed object. This video will show how to use a raster image to make a realistic building by placing it and scaling it into your 3D model. First, let's take a look at Photoshop to determine the size of our image. We want to create an object in SketchUp that is the same proportion as the image so that the two match. We can use Photoshop to calculate the size for us by going under Image and selecting Image Size. Turn Resample Image off. Looking at the number of floors, we can estimate the height of the building to be 55 feet. So for height, we can type in 55, and you can see that to keep the same proportion, the width of the building is going to be 156 feet. So we'll write this down along with the depth of the building being 40 feet. Back in SketchUp, we want to create a rectangle starting in this bottom left-hand corner that is 40 feet for the depth and 156 feet for the width. And this is going to be 55 feet high. So we now have our building mass. What we need to do now is to make a face or an image that will be pasted essentially onto this face. So we select Materials and our Material Editor, and we're going to create a new material. So we simply click to create a new material. We want to browse and find our material. So this happens to be in this exercise 6, and this is the file that you're going to download. And we can open that up and we can see the material here. Now what we want to do is make certain that the width and height of this image match our model. So we want the height to be 55 feet, and we're going to break our link and set the height or the width to be 156 feet. And we'll link that back up so that it's set. So that's the exact size of our image face. We hit OK, and we can now select our image and place that on this face. So let's close our editor here. And if we now click on this face to highlight, we can right-click and go to Texture and Position. And you can see that we can now move this around on this face. And we want to get this set so that the grass is down at the bottom and our building ends up here. And this is looking pretty good. So we now just simply click outside, and you can see that we now have our building face on our structure. We can also add this to the sides, where we can now take our material again and place this, and we can change the position of this as well. Get the windows centered on this face, and we can go around and repeat this for all sides of the structure. But this is how you go about creating a fairly realistic image using custom textures within SketchUp.